hate when The Sims just plops lots down in the middle of nowhere. Or even worse, when they've got a lot that's super close to a path in the world environment, but just not quite touching it. I don't really understand why they do this. It feels like they're just taunting me with these pathways that I can't access and can't replicate. And I actually think they've kind of learned from those mistakes recently, because most of the newest packs haven't really had as many of those issues, but there are a couple in Gibby points, specifically this one, this 40 by 30 Prospector's Paradise lot in the very back. It's not quite as egregious as some others have been, because sometimes they'll put a lot that starts like 1 foot back from the sidewalk. So if you wanted to have a path going up to your front door, there's just gonna be a gap in the grass between this and between your door. This lot is set a bit further back, and there is a pathway in the environment. It's kind of this like lightly trodden dirt path, but they've done it again where the dirt path goes up to like right here, and there's just this grass gap. So even if I wanted to have a really light dirt path, there's always gonna be a gap in between the two of them, and it makes me so mad. It makes me not want to build on these lots, but today I'm gonna try to anyway. I'm gonna try to build a house back here on this lot. I intend to use this family to playtest the park worker career a little bit more. By the time you're seeing this video, I've probably already posted that one, so I'll link it down below. Also, quick disclaimer, I am recording this in early access right now. I'm not being paid or anything. They just sent me the pack early so I can make videos like this for you, but that's why I have this weird watermark, and like there's no gallery access in this version of the game. You are almost definitely seeing this once the pack is already out, but for me, it's September 18th. But anyway, this Sim's gonna be a park worker, and this is her brother and his kid. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have them live all together or if I wanna have them like have separate houses. Mostly my vision for this lot is for it to be a very secluded, kind of foresty cabin. I'm gonna try to embrace all of the trees and like replicate this style of landscaping around a lot of it. Maybe like a little house in the back and then a pond somewhere in the front. We can add in some archery and like a fire pit outside and just really embrace the outdoors. Do you see this house, this cabin back here? That's kind of what I think I'm gonna try to build. I swear every time I try and talk about something, the watermark goes directly in front of it, but basically like small wood cabin with a nice big porch. Okay, this is really small. This might be cutting it a little bit close. Maybe I need to make it a little bit bigger. And maybe we could get a custom chimney on the side over there too. I know this is like so generic, like it's such a simple little shape. I think the beauty of this place is really gonna be in the landscaping. Like that's where it's gonna shine. I don't know if that even looks good. Oh, and it's clipping. Roof decor is just such a pain to use. This is supposed to be like a canvas roof trim to match the canvas roof texture. I don't really know if I want to use that, but I'm gonna try. And I know I want this log cabin stuff. Oh no. The only problem with this is that since it's only 1 tile wide, it doesn't have the trim on the edge. I guess I could scoot that back. Ooh, and this slightly darker foundation. We could also use this foundation, but I kind of want the stone accent, I think, to make sure we get the same color. I think that one's right. Okay, I added in some porch decor. I think this actually looks really cute. The inside of the building is actually extremely small. I'm a little bit worried about it. This is very much going to be a 1-bedroom house. I am just warning you now. Let me just copy this porch stuff to the very back. I really like this new trim. I think the spandrels are super nice. Then if we look at Adventure Awaits, these are the same window style, right? Oh no, they're not. Okay. Is this one the same window style? No. Oh my God. I think this one is the same window style. Okay. Now, why couldn't they just give us matching swatches on all of those? You know what I mean? Like why are you doing this? Why do they have to have a few similar but not the same swatches? Because I don't know about you, but for me, I would like to be able to mix and match those windows, and I'm never gonna mix and match when they just have a slightly different shade of brown. Nope, I'm not gonna keep complaining. I'm going to stop. Okay, I think that's like the generic little shell of my little tiny cabin. I know that I really would like to have these in here. It is a little bit small for this, but I think that looks good. Just don't look too closely at it from the top because you can see the weird gaps. I'm gonna reposition the house a little bit more now so I can start thinking about the layout of the outside. Is that a different color? No, because that one's too light. I feel like the one they have is a little bit more blue, but maybe you just can't match the color of those. Maybe these things don't match either. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, let's figure out the pond. I want to make it like very, oh, that's, no. That's like a corner. Okay, I made it too big. I was gonna say I want to make it very light. Ooh, that's kind of a nice little pond shape, right? I think that is kind of realistic looking. I'm trying to decide if I want to add in a little gazebo or something, just like one extra structure outside somewhere. Obviously, it's not necessary to have this. I just think that it might be kind of nice. And then we could possibly add in like some kind of cute little games table or like some sort of outdoor activity over on this. Also, my cat is finally settling. She's finally laying down, and she's not laying down on top of my keyboard. So I've got a little bit more ability to build this now. Okay, I'm gonna scoot it forward a couple more tiles. I think I want to have like a back patio. Although maybe I should do it with terrain paint instead of with actual flooring. All right, before we get too far into this, let's think about the floor plan quickly. I think I'm gonna scoot some of these windows in. Just in the back, we have a small bedroom and then a little bathroom right here. We need to figure out a location for the kitchen. And you know, I would kind of like that fireplace to be lined up with the chimney, but I don't really like how that looks in there. So I wonder if I could pull it forward just a little bit, like if we scooted it over this way, because that gives me a little bit more room in the kitchen. And I think it needs a little bit more room in the kitchen. We could have the living room be something like this. Well, and you know what else would be really helpful, honestly, is maybe if I just had this door not be centered anymore. Like the back door being centered obviously is ideal, but if it wasn't centered, how bad are we talking here? No, it looks bad. Never mind. Go back. Okay, new plan. I made the bedroom a little bit wider. I like pulled it out one tile this direction. I'm gonna try and put the kitchen like this, almost like a galley style kitchen. The bedroom door can be right in between it, and that gives us way more counter space. Of course, this floor doesn't really match the wallpaper, which is pretty annoying, but I'm just gonna make do. I'm also gonna try and add in some trim. I think that some trim and some columns in here would go a really long way. Ooh, this new swatch of the cabinets is like perfect for this. This is the swatch they added for businesses and hobbies, but doesn't that look so good? No, that makes me feel so much better about this. I was kind of worried about the color scheme and like the style of this place, but that's all right. I don't really like the upper cabinets that match that though, so I'm probably gonna try and do this without upper cabinets. We can have like a little shelf above the stove. I think that this pack has, oh yeah, there's like pots and pans too. See, that's actually kind of cool for the kitchen, right? Oh, maybe this shelf would look better over here. That actually fits really nicely on that corner. I should have done that the whole time. God, I wish I could have that sink be properly centered, but let's not dwell on it. Do you think I can use the shelf twice? I mean, I guess as long as we've got enough stuff on it, we can try and make it look like it isn't the same shelf twice. I'm definitely gonna have a blender. I'll also put a trash can like right there. I will have a fire alarm too. I'm bad about using fire alarms in this game, but I will have one today. See, this is nice because it's like coffee and tea and stuff, so we can have that thing. Okay, I think we've successfully cluttered up that kitchen. I really actually like that. A lot more than I thought I would, honestly. I was really scared about the kitchen on this build, so that's a huge relief. I'm gonna get us a little tiny dining room. Let's use this kind of cool like green swatch on that. Maybe I switch this up then, because that probably matches better. There is a really lovely 3-tile wide sofa. I just don't know if I should use it. I think maybe I will. I'm gonna try and get these same curtains on everything. Oh no, let's put this underneath the window right here, because I can get that in the same color. What are you? The third swatch. Oh yeah, that's the same. It matches. Is that too much? Is it too samey? Ooh, I feel like I can't tell. Okay, turns out you cannot kayak in these ponds. I was wondering if that was gonna work. It doesn't. It doesn't work. I mean, I guess that makes sense. You just can't really do anything like that with most of the stuff in this game. So I probably shouldn't have even guessed that it would be a possibility. I kind of want to have a TV. I know you're not really supposed to put a TV above the fireplace. It also looks kind of bad, so maybe I shouldn't do it. But if we don't put the TV above the fireplace, there won't be a TV at all. I just want to see if I raise this up, if this gets me at a better height. No, still floating. Can you tell that it's floating though? Like, how bad does that look? I kind of feel like it looks really bad. I'm gonna try and put a custom little piece of art on top of this instead. How big does that look? Too big or good? Nope, too big. This is like a super expensive map. I probably shouldn't use this either. 2,415. But that kind of looks like it belongs on there. Oh my God, like nothing slots on this. There are so few plants that actually work for it. I guess I can use that one. Okay, I also added in a ceiling fan because I think that'll be nice to have. I've got this little butterfly kit thing on the coffee table. And now I need to figure out the wallpaper because I've put it off for too long. I think I'm gonna use this brick as like the bathroom and kitchen tile. I'm not sure if I like the look of this wallpaper. This is the one that comes with the pack. I guess you know what? I think I do actually like that. I wouldn't want to make it darker, I don't think. And I don't really want it to be blue. Okay, living space, I'm gonna say is complete. I'm not super sure about this. Maybe I'll swap it out and put that in the bedroom. Never mind. Living space, I will say, is not complete, at least not quite yet. Oh my God, do the radios not slot onto this? Why not? I don't understand this. These things literally slot to nothing. I can't even raise that up because that's also floating. I think it would be useful if we had a radio. That's why I wanna use it. Oh, cool, everything actually flows with that table. All right, well, I think now the living space is done. I think that's better. In the bathroom, I am I'm once again just flabbergasted that this thing doesn't have the same colors as the new shower. Like, why would you give me 2 separate bathroom sets? Why does this wood color not have gold like the shower has gold? Nothing has gold in the base game. Like, you actually can't even match it. This one's black. I think it's because these are technically like 2 separate sets. Even this doesn't match. I have to pick one. Oh, that's a 3rd separate metal color. You know what? Maybe if we use enough different metal colors, it'll start to feel fine again. Now there's a 4th different metal color right there. I think this bathroom is okay. I'm gonna stick to that. Let's start thinking about the bedroom. I think one of the things that is concerning to me about this is that I really want to have a desk in the bedroom. I don't like to play Sims without a desk. I think that you need a desk and a computer, especially since this house doesn't have a TV. And I'm making this for somebody who's going to be in the park worker career. And in the park worker career, you only have work on the weekends. So you literally have the entire week. Like, I'm not even kidding, the entire week at home doing nothing. And I just feel like it would be nice to use a computer in those circumstances. I'm going to put a corkboard over here. I also think I want to have a little nightstand. I have some concern that this thing is in the way a little bit. So maybe I'll stick it over here instead, but that's not as cute though, isn't it? It's cute over there. Can use a little green lamp. Maybe we can get this really beautiful artwork from Gibby Point on the wall. Oh, there could possibly be a mirror, like a full-length mirror in this corner. I might give them a backpack. That feels useful for this. Okay. That's a nice little bedroom. Now we just have the entire rest of the lot to finish. I think I will start by putting some more of these guys on. That's in the wrong place. God, I find them so annoying to place. Yeah, we'll just replicate this in the back though. I will also get some little wall lights by the front and back doors. I was trying to have a budget of 30,000, but I think we're past that. Let me give myself 35,000. I think we can manage with 35,000. Okay, I think I'm actually gonna stop spending money for a second. I'm gonna jump into debug. I wanna start doing the landscaping because one of the things that I want to work on next is like laying out where all of the outdoor sections are going to be. But I just don't really want to do that until I know where all the trees are going to be, and then I can find a spot to put the fire pit and a spot to put other things. Don't like that thing, it's too big. I do think I can see myself having a little fake fence. Oh, good thing that's clipping. Don't you just love this game? Isn't it so fun when that happens? I think I won't put the fence everywhere, but like a little bit around the back. It's a very tall debug fence. It probably doesn't need to be that tall, but I do like the colors of it, so maybe I'll keep it. Okay, and now we have to start putting in trees. I'm doing some of these because I can put them way off lot. Don't lose the mailbox. I just sort of like how those fill it in and make it look a little bit more foresty. I want it to look hidden. Are these like the rocks that, no, they're not. Okay. These are like the rocks that they have off the lot. So we shall try and copy some of those. Wow, there are actually a lot of debug rocks in this pack. They're all very different. And obviously in this case, I want them to match the environment a little bit better. I'm like scouring debug, looking for the things I want to add in. Some of these trees are kind of cute, but I'm not sure about palm trees for this. I am thinking I'll add in some of like this kind of leafy bush thing. Well, I guess all bushes are kind of leafy, but you know what I mean? I mean this one in this kind of like triangle shape. Is that a plane? Oh my God, it's like a crashed plane. I don't know how I didn't see that earlier. Okay, now I'm gonna start putting some of these grasses in. In the rest of the environment, they've got loads of this grass kind of like around the rocks. So I sort of wanna get that around the trees and like in some of these gap areas. There's another kind of grass too. There's like this one. This is where I kind of worry that I'm overdoing it, but I just wanna have a lot of plants. Okay, what if the butterfly and moth habitat is in the gazebo? And that's why we built that. Also, I think we can stick to this super bright blue water because there is a lot of bright blue water in the environment. Like, look at it over there. We want it to sort of match. I'm gonna put a gator in the pond. I'm gonna put some mosquitoes around the pond. I'll get some fish in the pond. Maybe also some ducks. I also think once we have some terrain paint under it and like terrain paint everywhere, it's gonna start blending in a little better. I was getting a little bit worried there for a bit because I felt like it was kind of out of place, but honestly, like once we have some more of this, it's gonna be fine. I think it also helps that the grass on this lot isn't like a solid grass texture. There's like bits of dirt in and around it too. Okay, I'm putting this little sign like right up in the front. I really would also like to find a place to have archery, but I'm nervous about just sticking it like right in the middle of the backyard because then if you try and come back here, you gotta watch out for flying arrows. Okay, I have a little fire pit over here by the lake. There's a chess table. I might move the chess table to be in the front because in the back, I kind of want to have a grill. Oh, maybe I can put the appliance cart outside on this back patio next to the grill because then if they cook something, they'll have a place to drop it. I also put a picnic table in the very back over there. And now I want to go back in and look for a little bit more landscaping to put around this pond. I want to use these rocks, but if I use these rocks, they'll float. Like you can't put them partially under the water. Even the big ones would do that. I don't think any of the rocks in the regular game come in the same color as these. They have a dark gray, but that's not the same And then the black is too dark. Oh my God. But you see, those are a little bit better because you can put them like partially underwater. You know, I really have such a hard time always trying to landscape around ponds. I just do not feel like this is my strong suit. Okay, I tried to get some lily pads placed in there. I also put a log, and I'm gonna put a fishing allowed sign. I can't decide if I want to put a path that leads up to the front door, because my original plan was to do like a terrain paint path going up there, but I just get so frustrated by it stopping that I just don't know if I want to do it or not. How does this look from Manage Worlds if I go all the way up? Oh, interesting. The lot is backwards from this view. Like that's the back of the lot that you can see in the gallery image. Oh, and while I'm here, maybe I will switch these people out and move them over. Oh, wrong sim. Sorry. Doesn't leave us with very much money, does it? I'll free real estate move these people somewhere. I know this one has 2 bedrooms, so they can stay in that house. I think it does need a pathway, but I'm curious about using like one of the debug stones from the base game, or even just a couple of them and then having it fizzle out so it feels like there's some kind of indication of where the path goes. Also, I completely forgot that I was playing with a budget. I'm out of money. I need to get a trash can. I'll just put the trash can. Budget aside, it's still like 35K exactly. So it actually still is kind of a budget build, just plus a trash can. And I wasn't even trying to keep it that way in the end. I was just spending. So it worked out by accident. I think I'm gonna say it's done. I hope that you enjoyed this video. It's kind of a different build for me, but I'm excited to play in it. And I'll link the video down below where I was playing in this house so you can go back and watch it. I know it's kind of weird to post them out of order, but I don't know. This early access time is strange. It's got me doing really weird stuff that I wouldn't normally do. I will also stick this on the gallery once I get access to the full version of the game. And I should have a bunch of stuff on the gallery that I built with Adventure Awaits. So if you're looking for other things, I've got a couple other houses. I built a couple community lots, so you can check out my gallery. My name is just lilsimsie over there. But I will stop yapping. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll catch you all tomorrow. Okay? Bye, everybody. And you know what's funny? I just built this really fancy, beautiful house, and now I'm gonna go play the park worker career where she's gonna be gone for half the week and not even in the house at all. Great, perfect, totally worth it.